Hello students, in this video we will see the explanation of the humorous poem The Tale of Custard the Dragon by Ogden Nash. In this video we are going to cover the following topics: characters, about the poet, central idea, style of the poem, message, explanation, literary devices, main points of the poem, and practice exercise. The characters and their pet names which have been used in this poem are kitten, ink, mouse, blink, dog, mustard, and dragon, custard. About the poet, Ogden Nash, American poet well known for his light verse, was born on 19 August 1902 in New York. He was best known producer of humorous poetry. His first collection of poems entitled Hard Lines was published in 1931. The Boy Who Laughed at Santa Claus and Girls Are Silly are among his famous books. Nash is perhaps best remembered for his nonsense poetry. Nash died on 19th May 1971, Baltimore, US. Central idea of the poem: The Tale of Custard the Dragon is a ballad written by Ogden Nash. It is a humorous poem. It is about a girl, Belinda, and her 4 pets. One of her pet is Custard, a dragon. Even though his exterior is very fearsome, he is shown as a cowardly dragon, but to everyone's surprise, when they were attacked by a pirate, Custard shows great bravery and saves everybody. The poet has tried to depict that at times even a coward person can be an actual brave hero in the tough situations of life. Style: Ogden Nash is remembered for his nonsense poetry. This is a whimsical fantasy. It is full of rhyming words. The rhyming scheme of the lines is AABB. In the poem, we find a fantastical creature like Custard the dragon, as well as everyday creatures like the cat, the dog, and the mouse. All these characters are personified. The poet uses the poetic device of oxymoron when he writes the phrase pet dragon. Dragons can't be kept as pets. The poet uses similes as poetic devices when he compares the dragon's mouth with a fireplace or compares Belinda with a barrel of beers. Message: The poet gives a very significant message to the readers. He wants to emphasize on the fact that only the outer appearances and physical strength don't make a person brave. One should have the strength of mind and self confidence to act in an adverse situation. Now we will start the explanation of the poem The Tale of Custard the Dragon. See the stanza 1. Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon and a really truly little pet dragon. Kitten we all know, the young one of a cat. Grey of grey color. Mouse is a rat. Wagon here means cart. Realio means really and trulio means truly. In this stanza, the poet says that once there was a little girl named Belinda. She lived in a little white house. She lived there with her pets. Her pets included a little black kitten. There was a little grey mouse. She had a little yellow dog and a little red wagon too. And to speak the truth, she had a little pet dragon. Stanza 2. Now the name of the little black kitten was Ink, and the little grey mouse she called him Blink. and the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard. But the dragon was a coward, and she called him Custard. In this stanza, their names are introduced. Belinda had named her little black kitten as Ink and her little grey mouse as Blink. Her dog's color and sharpness matches with Mustard, so he's named as Mustard. Her dragon is named as Custard, and the readers are told that Custard was a coward dragon. Stanza 3. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth and spikes on top of him and scales underneath, mouth like a fireplace, chimney for a nose, and really trilio daggers on his toes. Spikes. Spikes means sharp nails. Scales here means layers. Underneath is below. Fireplace is hearth. And daggers means a sharp, small sword. In this stanza, the poet is describing Custard's physical appearance, which is quite contradictory to his being called coward. Custard is described as having big sharp teeth and spikes on the back and scales underneath. Custard also has the ability to spit fire from his mouth, and then his nose becomes the chimney. Custard's toes are described as sharp and pointed, just like a sword, just like a dagger. All the shown features make Custard appear powerful, strong, and scary. See the stanza 4. Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of beers, and Ink and Blink chased lions down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard cried for a nice safe cage. Barrel. Barrel here means a big box. Stairs, a set of steps leading from one floor to another. Chase, to follow someone, and cage, that we all know, a place where bird and animals are kept in the zoo. So this stanza states that all the other members of the house are brave except Custard. Belinda's bravery is compared to a lot of bears combined together. Belinda's cat, Ink, and mouse, Blink, are said to have the bravery to chase away even the lions. Her dog, Mustard's bravery is compared to that of a tiger's anger. But Custard, despite his size and appearance, is completely opposite and always looks for a nice, safe cage. Stanza 5. Belinda tickled him, she tickled him unmerciful. Ink, Blink, and Mustard, they rudely called him Percival. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon at the really truly cowardly dragon. Tickled. Tickled means moved fingers on the sensitive part to make laugh. Unmerciful means without kindness, rudely in a rude manner. Percival means a hero, and cowardly means one who is easily frightened. This stanza is describing how Belinda used to tickle Custard and tickle him very cruelly to make him laugh. Tickling generally doesn't work on hard skin, but Custard was a coward, so the tickling worked on him. Ink, Blink, and Mustard used to rudely call him Percival. And they all used to make fun of him and laugh at him sitting in the little red wagon. Stanza 6. Belinda giggled till she shook the house, and Blink said, "Weak," which is giggling for a mouse. Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age, when Custard cried for a nice, safe cage. Belinda used to laugh so loud and hard that the whole house seemed to be shaking from her laughter. Blink, the mouse, used to say weak, which is a giggling sound for mouse. Ink and Mustard used to rudely ask for Custard's age because they thought that Custard behaved like a child, always looking for a safe cage for himself. Stanza 7. Suddenly they heard a nasty sound, and Mustard growled, and they all looked around. Meow! Cried Ink, and ooh! Cried Belinda, for there was a pirate climbing in the window. Nasty. Nasty means bad or unpleasant. Growled means growled in anger. Meow cried like a cat. Pirate, a sea robber. Window is the word window and the passage in the wall for fresh air and sunlight. Then all of a sudden they heard a very unpleasant sound. After hearing it, Mustard growled and all of them looked around. Ink cried meow and Belinda cried oh. They saw that there was a pirate who was climbing in through the window. Next stanza. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right, and he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. His beard was black, one leg was wood. It was clear that the pirate meant no good. Cutlass. Cutlass here is a dagger. Meant no good means his intention was not good. Actually, the appearance of pirate is described as very scary in this stanza. He has many weapons like pistols and swords. He has pistols in each of his hands and a small sword between his teeth. His beard was black and his one leg was of wood, which showed that he is a rough and tough man. His looks and appearance made it clear that the pirate meant no good for the members of the house. Stanza 9. Belinda paled and she cried, help, help! But Mustard fled with a terrified yelp. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household, and little Mouse Blink strategically mouse hold. Paled means that her complexion faded. Fled means that second form of flee ran away. Terrified means in terror. Yelp means cry. Trickle means to reach. Strategically means here as the situation demanded. Mousehold. Mousehold means entered the hole. Looking at the pirate, Belinda became pale with fear and started crying help. But all her pets ran away from the scene without helping her. Mustard made a terrified cry and ran away. Ink went down to the bottom of the house and Blink ran away to his mouse hole. Nobody's bravery could help Belinda and she was left alone. Next stanza, stanza 10. But up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine, clashed his tails like irons in a dungeon. With a clattered and a clank and a jangling squam, he went at the pirate like a robin at a worm. Snorting means making the sound of an engine. Clashed means struck. Dungeon means prison. Clatter and clank means making rattling sound. Jangle, making a harsh metallic sound. Squam means wriggling. Robin means a sparrow. Worm means insect. When everyone fled from the scene, leaving terrified Belinda alone there, Custard the dragon came to Belinda's rescue and faced the pirate courageously. He jumped in front of the pirate and snorted like an engine, showing anger. He started to move his big tail and making noise like an iron striking on the walls and making clattering noise. With all these dangerous and violent gestures, he went towards the pirate like a robin towards a worm. Stanza 11. The pirate gabbled at Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. He fired 2 bullets, but they didn't hit, and Custard gobbled him every bit. Gap means watched intently. Gulped means drank down. Gorg here means wine. Flagon means a narrow container. Gobbled means swallow. Every bit means completely. The pirate actually they were shocked after seeing Custard's dangerous actions. He took out a flask of wine from his pocket and drank some from it. Then he fired 2 bullets from his pistol at Custard, but they didn't hit him, further angering Custard, who then swallowed the pirate without leaving any trace of him. Stanza 12. Belinda embraced him, Mustard licked him. No one mourned for his pirate victim. Ink and blink in glee and gyrate around the dragon that ate the pirate. Embraced means held tightly in arms. Lick, licked with tongue. Mourned means expressed grief. Victim means prey. Glee means happiness. Gyrate means danced around. As soon as Custard ate the pirate, Belinda hugged him happily. The whole atmosphere became happy, and Mustard licked Custard, showing affection. Ink and Blink started dancing around Custard in circle movement. Everybody was happy and expressed gratitude towards Custard for saving their life. The next stanza. But presently up spoke little dog Mustard. I'd have been twice as brave if I hadn't been flustered. And up spoke Ink and up spoke Blink. We had have been there 3 times as brave, we think. And Custard said, I quite agree that everybody is braver than me. Then everybody started giving excuses for behaving cowardly. Firstly, Mustard said that he would have been twice as brave as Custard if he hadn't been nervous. Ink and Blink also said that they would have been thrice as brave as Custard. They couldn't believe that the coward dragon behaved bravely. But the humble dragon, Custard, accepted that he was the most coward, and everybody accepted him was braver than him. Next stanza. Belinda still lives in her little white house with her little black kitten and her little grey mouse, and her little yellow dog and her little red wagon, and her really truly little pet dragon. At last, the poet used the same lines again to show that after this terrific episode in which the dragon was the hero, where all the other characters still undermined him by saying that they were more powerful than him and could have handled the situation in a much better way. See the last stanza. Belinda is as brave as a barrel full of beers, and Ink and Blink chase lions down the stairs. Mustard is as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard keeps trying for a nice save. At last, the poet says that the life started again in the same manner. Belinda still lives in that little white house with Ink, Blink, Mustard, and Custard, and all of them are very brave, whereas the dragon is still a coward who always wants to stay safe in his cage. Now we will see the literary devices which have been used in this poem. The first one is simile, when comparison is made between two words using like or as. Example, moth like a fireplace. Belinda was as brave as a barrel, snorting like an engine. Next one is alliteration, that we know, a repetition of initial consonant sounds in the same line. And he held in his teeth. The other one is metaphor, and metaphor is a figure of speech in which a word or phrase is applied to an object or action to which it is not literally applicable. Example: daggers on his toes and chimney for a nose, and so on. The next one is repetition. A repetition is a figure of speech that repeats the same words or phrase a few times to make an idea clearer and more memorable. And examples are little, really, truly, nice, safe, cage, etc. Next is personification. In this poem, the poet uses the device of personification with respect to Belinda's kitten, mouse, and dog. In the second line of the fifth stanza, he gives them all the human ability to speak to and tease another being. They are seen teasing the dragon. Next is oxymoron. In this poem, the poet uses the device of an oxymoron when he writes the phrase pet dragon. We know that dragons are dangerous creatures and therefore cannot be kept as pets. Anaphora. Anaphora is what? Repeated use of word at the start of two consecutive lines, and the lines were and the little grey, etc. Now we will see the main points of the poem, and after that the explanation of the poem will be very clear to you all. Belinda lived in a little white house with her pets. Her pets contained a black kitten, Ink, a grey mouse, Blink, a yellow dog, Mustard, and a dragon named Custard. All the pets were considered brave except Custard, who always cried for a nice cage. The dragon had sharp teeth, there were spikes on top and scales beneath him. He spat fire and had daggers on his toes. Belinda and her pets mocked Custard for his timidity. Suddenly, they saw a pirate climbing up through the window. He had a pistol in each hand and a dagger in his mouth. His beard was black and one of his legs was of wood. Belinda turned pale on seeing the pirate and cried for help. The dog Mustard fled crying. Ink hid himself and the little mouse Blink disappeared in the mouse hole. But Custard jumped up at the pirate, attacking him with his iron tail. He killed and swallowed him with no time. Belinda embraced Custard, Mustard licked him, Ink and Blink danced around him. Then everyone started bragging again of his bravery, forgetting the bravery shown by Custard. Custard agreed that everybody was braver than him. Belinda is still considered as brave as a barrel full of beers. All her pets, except Custard, are considered sharp and brave. Only Custard is mocked at for his timidity and lack of courage. Thank you.